everybody hear it? Okay. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. I call this regular meeting to order at 6:35 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance, led by Councilmember Wu.
Please place your hands on your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flags of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Ding,
Here.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Here.
Councilmember Chan,
Here.
Councilmember Menchaca. Here. Councilmember Wu.
Here.
We will now have some announcement from our Chief City Clerk.
Tonight's meeting is live streamed on Cable Channel 3 and the city's online platforms. If you wish to address the City Council during tonight's meeting, we request that you please complete a speaker's card and hand it to the clerk. When speaking, please state your name for the record. If you wish to be added to the distribution list to receive City Council agendas, please email your request to cityclerk@sgch.org.
Approval of agenda order. A council member has requested a presentation item 2B, recognized of the Lee Wang, 8049, Woman of the Impact Honoree, be moved to just before item 7C, City Council Reorganization. Is there any motion to approve the agenda order as an amendment?
I'll move to approve as amended.
Okay.
I'll second.
Motion made by the Vice Mayor Harrington and a second by Councilmember Menchaca. And please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
Presentation A, Community Services Employee Introductions. Community Services Director Perez will make the presentation.
Good evening, Mayor Ding and members of the City Council. I'm very pleased tonight to introduce two of our newest members of the Community Services Department team. Jackie Villalvaso is our new recreation specialist. She is currently seeking her bachelor's degree in sociology at Cal Poly Pomona and will be graduating in May. Prior to coming to San Gabriel, Jackie worked for the City of Glendale, where she ran their summer day camp and oversaw their sports program. As a recreation specialist, Jackie will be overseeing our contract classes and working with our senior programs. She will also be heading up some key special events, including the upcoming Play Day event and our Art in the Park program this summer. She's excited to grow within the city and is looking forward to meeting and working with everyone. When she's not working, Jackie serves on the e-board of Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority and also on the Multicultural Greek Council on campus. During her free time, Jackie loves to go to concerts and read. Please join me in welcoming Jackie.
Good evening, council members. I am very grateful to have been given this opportunity, and I can't wait to grow within a fine community that has been passed on to me. Thank you.
I would also like to introduce Administrative Assistant to Mei Ling Sui. Mei Ling came from Cambodia to the U.S. about 4 years ago to pursue her master's degree in education. During her time in Cambodia, she was teaching English as a second language. While she was working on her degree in the U.S., she began doing administrative work for a nonprofit. Most recently, Mei Ling worked for Chinatown Service Center. This experience encouraged her to grow in the administrative field, and she is excited to utilize her skills to help the community of San Gabriel. As an administrative assistant, Mei Ling will be registering participants, helping the public, and will be taking on the role of admin for the Community Services Commission. Mei Ling is fluent in Khmer and proficient in Mandarin and Thai, which will be a huge asset to the Community Services Department. In her spare time, Mei Ling enjoys hiking on local trails, exploring different places and restaurants, and going to see live shows and concerts. She also enjoys filming and making videos of different experiences she encounters to share with her family and friends. Please join me in welcoming Mei Ling.
Good evening, council members and everyone. I am more than excited to be here today, and I am grateful for the opportunity to be part of this beautiful city. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting more involved in serving in this community of St. Gabriel. Thank you.
And okay, before that, I just want to use Chinese to announce I just announced the 接下来本来是先安排就是表扬汪老师啊，那么不过汪老师这个 agenda 呢会 move 到就是说在我就是 outgoing 的 mayor 前面才是再来表扬汪老师，好不好？这样的话呢，程序上面呢比较方便，一起等于到时候你们先跟汪老师照相，然后再跟我照相，好 ，OK， 好，我就用中文讲一下，希望大家能够明白哈 ，OK，Yeah，Thanks， 谢谢大家 ，OK，Public comments。
This is the time set aside for members of the public to address the City Council on items of interest that are not on the agenda but are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the San Gabriel City Council. If you wish to address the council, please fill out a speaker's card and hand it to the clerk. We have a speaker card this evening for Debbie Kilgore.
Good evening, council members. I'm here to bring something to your attention. In February, 3 women started a campaign against me to harass me and make false accusations that I'm an animal abuser all over social media. At least 2 of them have entered my home. They've come in, they've gone by fences, came into my property, and took pictures of my house, took pictures of my yard. And the videos have bothered me, and they're saying I'm a horrible animal abuser. They have made threats and left messages that are quite intimidating and scary. The Humane Society was contacted, and they came to the house and they worked with me. And there is no abuse, otherwise they would have taken some of my dogs that I have. And these women are the women that I adopted some kittens from. One woman, I paid $400 for 2 kittens. And I didn't even know that till I got to the house. She wanted some money for it, so-called donation. And one of the kittens that I got turned out to be very sick, had a very serious congenital problem. I took him to the vet, was in the hospital twice. I spent thousands of dollars on the kitten. He's doing pretty good right now, and I have proof of it. They have also used the city with things like code enforcement to harass me. They have called the Adult Protective Services. They have called the police department, as they threaten often and over again to do, even posted that they did these things on social media. They used the San Gabriel Police Department trying to harass me. Last night, when I drove in, 3 of these women came up onto my driveway and came at me on my arrival, and they accosted me in my own driveway with video cameras demanding I give them the kittens. I told them to get off the property, and I reached over to block the camera from one of the women that was following me right to my side fence so I could go in. I was afraid they were going to hurt me and they were going to come into my home. And I said I was going to call the police. And they were calling too. When the officers arrived, I was by my gate, as these women were making a scene. They were also on my neighbor's front porch, scaring him. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, that
Sorry,
concludes
okay.
public comment.
Yes, sorry to hear about this kind of story. Okay. So, next item, please.
Consent calendar. All items listed under the consent calendar are considered routine, and recommendations will be approved in one motion unless a member of the City Council or public requests separate discussion. We have not received requests from the public to pull any items.
Would any council member like to pull any item for the separate discussion?
Move to approve.
Okay. So, motion made by the Councilwoman Menchaca,
I'll second.
second by Councilmember Wu. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
We have no public hearing or continued business this evening. The next item is new business item A, fiscal year 2022 to 2023 mid-year budget update. Assistant Finance Director Linda Tang will make the presentation.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the City Council. I'm Linda Tang, Assistant Finance Director for the City of San Gabriel. Tonight's presentation will be on the mid-year budget update for fiscal year 2022 to 2023. This presentation will focus on the city's general fund and will take considerations of actual revenue trends, employee vacancy, additional appropriations approved by the City Council for the current fiscal year to date, and mid-year budget requests from city departments. On June 7, 2022, the City Council adopted a general fund budget with revenues and a transfer in of $46.62 million and expenditures and transfer out of $46.25 million for a net increase in fund balance of $367,000. Based on a mid-year budget review with actual receipts received through January 31st of 2023, general fund revenue projections have been increased by $3.33 million. The general fund expenditure projections have also been increased by $1.8 million. Changes to the projected general fund expenditures includes additional council-approved appropriations, the most significant being the labor agreements with all groups during the year, as well as actual and projected full-time vacancy and mid-year budget requests by departments. The net results of the mid-year adjustment is a projected net increase in fund balance from $367,000 to an increase of $1.9 million. On the upcoming slides, we will take a closer look at general funds revenue, expenditure, ending fund balances, and projection over the next 5 years. This slide presents the general fund revenue by major categories. As mentioned, general fund revenue projections are $3.33 million greater than the adopted amount, or about 7%. Taxes, which is the city's largest revenue category, making up 67% of total revenue, makes up the bulk of the mid-year revenue increase with an increase of $2.66 million. License and permit had a mid-year increase of $395,000. Fines and forfeiture categories are lower by $132,000. The category of fees and charges for services are up by $365,000. Other revenues are up by 130,000. And transfer in from the retirement fund is projected to be lower by 132,000, as pension transfer in is lower due to employee vacancy. Looking at the chart on the right, as of January 31st, the city has received over 25 million in revenue, or 50.1% of general fund revenue. Being the largest revenue category, this slide gives a more detailed look at the different taxes that makes up the bulk of our projected revenue increase. The city's largest tax generator is from property tax. It has continued to remain a stable revenue source and is projected to exceed the adopted budget by 170,000. Measure SG is projected to exceed the adopted budget by 972,000. Transient occupancy tax and state sales tax is projected to be exceeding 300,000 and 331,000 respectively. Utility tax is projected to exceed the adopted budget by 770,000. As utility rates and utilization increase, that's the reason why this category is on a higher end. As compared to the prior year's actuals, tax revenue is projected to be higher by 1.5 million in the current fiscal year compared to last fiscal year. On this slide, this highlights some of the revenue line items that have variances from the adopted budget in different categories. Building permits are projected higher by 403,000 due to the anticipated issuance of building permits for a large development site. Ambulance fees are projected to exceed the budget by 250,000 based on the receipts received through January 31st. Planning fees and fire services have mid-year increase of 58,000 and 50,000 respectively. Interest income is projected up by nearly 50,000 due to higher interest rates and revised investment strategies. The line item with the largest mid-year decreases are parking fines and plan checking, which is projected lower by 100,000 and 53,000 respectively based on actual receipts and forecasted activities. Moving on to the general fund expenditures. This slide displays general fund expenditures by department. Overall, the expenditures are projected higher by 1.8 million. The expenditure adjustment for the general fund includes the following. First is the recognizing 1.2 million in budget saving from full-time vacancy. Second is include approved appropriation increases from approved labor agreements of 1.88 million. Third, there are mid-year budget adjustments of 861,000, mainly due to increases in overtime as a result of the vacancy that was said, and other mid-year adjustments. Fourth, there are other approved appropriation and carryover of 253,000, which includes the recently approved 175,000 of the Small Business Assistant Grant. The police and fire department makes up most of the general fund budget, so naturally, they are the largest budget increases in the approved appropriations, as well as adjustment for overtime, as they have a number of vacancies during the year. Mid-year staffing adjustment to improve operation, delivery of services to the community, and departmental structure. Incremental mid-year adjustment to departmental staffing are presented as a part of this mid-year budget update. These incremental changes are requested by Finance and the Community Services Department. For Finance, the first adjustment is to drop the management analyst position and add a second accountant position. There's an estimated annual saving of 7,000 for this adjustment. And second is to upgrade our limited service accounting technician 2 position to full-time. There is an estimated annual cost of $35,000 for this adjustment. For the Community Services Department, the first adjustment is to reduce a full-time administrative assistant 2 position to part-time, and then upgrade 1 full-time administrative assistant 2 position to a full-time management assistant position. Together, these 2 adjustments from Community Services has an estimated annual savings of $13,000. And making the change now will allow staff to begin the recruitment process, which can take 80 to 120 days in order to complete. And with these changes, the number of authorized employees remains unchanged for the fiscal year 22-23. This slide is a 5-year historical analysis of the fund balance and reserve of the general fund for fiscal year ending June 30, 2019 through our projected fiscal year 2022 to 2023. In the table at the top of the slide, you can see that the fund balance in the general fund has constantly improved over the last 5 years, going from a negative $1.8 million in fiscal year ending June 30, 2019, to a projected positive fund balance of $17.8 million for the current fiscal year. The bar graph titled Total Fund Balance at the bottom left illustrate the increase in fund balance of the general fund. To the bottom right, not into fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, did the general fund has unassigned fund balance reserves. This bar graph illustrates the general fund reserve levels and the projected increase for the current fiscal year, which is projected to be at 25.5% reserve for fiscal year 22-23. Now that we have looked a few years backward, this slide provides a 5-year projection of the general fund balance going forward, beginning with the current fiscal year and forecasting through fiscal year ending June 30, 2028. The Table A at the top presents a consolidated income statement for each of the forecasted years. The row I would like to point out is a blue row titled Net Change in Fund Balance. You can see that the fund balance of the general fund is projected to have a positive net change in each year of the projected year. In Table B, it analyzes the general fund balance reserves. With the projected increase in fund balance, the unassigned fund balance reserve are also projected to increase over the next few years. The forecast used the adopted 2023 budget as a base for the forecast and applied the increases for revenue and expenditure over the 5-year forecasted period. This bar chart displayed the 5-year forecast of the net change in fund balance for the general fund. The different spikes that you see in every other year is for the anticipated Proposition A fund exchange for general fund dollars. Therefore, you can see every other year there's more variance. On this slide, the next bar chart displays the 5-year forecast of the general fund unassigned fund balance reserve in both dollars and reserve percentages. As mentioned, the current fiscal year is projected to be at 25.5% reserve level, and it incrementally increased over the projected years. The next step. Staff will continue to monitor and report on the city finances as we grow closer to wrapping up for this fiscal year. Fiscal year 22-23 budget process has begun. Soon, the city manager will be meeting with the city departments to review the budget request for fiscal year 2023-2024. In May, at a public budget study session, the fiscal year 2023 to 24 draft budget will be presented, which will include an updated 5-year forecast. The public study session will be followed by individual meetings with each council member. And at the first meeting in June, a public hearing and presentation will be conducted on the fiscal year 2023-2024 operating and CIP budget. For this item, it is recommended that the City Council receive and file the mid-year budget update. Second is approve resolution number 23-16, authorizing the mid-year adjustment to the 2022 to 2023 budget. And third is to approve resolution number 23-17, authorizing the mid-year departmental staff adjustment. There is a slight amendment on this resolution, which is a correction on the third whereas section, where the title of the position should be an accounting technician 2 instead of administrative assistant. And that concludes my presentation. I can take any comments or questions you may have.
Does any council member have the factual question for staff to clarify the report? Okay. Chief City Clerk, do we have any public comments?
No comments, Mayor.
Okay. It's now time for the council discussion. Who would like to start it?
I'll try to be quick.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience, everyone there. I just wanted to clarify, in the report, it says that our reserves are at 25.5%, and I just wanted to confirm that we're required, based on our policy, it should be at 17%, is that correct? Because I thought it used to show it on the cash and investment report, but it's not there. Is it 17%?
Right, the 17 is a recommended minimum, so we have already met our goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just so everyone knows, we're way above our goal. Second, I had already discussed most of my questions with the manager, city manager, but I just had two things I wanted to bring up. Number one is in the actual staff report, it would have been very helpful to have this over/under, much more meaningful data versus having to figure it out. And so I don't know if maybe next time doing it landscape, or maybe deleting the 2020 to 2021, but it's very helpful to see, here's adopted, here's projected, here's the difference, just like what you did there, at least for the public. Not everybody could be here today, but please consider that next time, because it is very confusing going back and forth. And then lastly, page 7 on the Mission Playhouse, we've had a lot of discussion about the Mission Playhouse, and we had 121 comments one evening at one of our meetings that people really want us to make this work. We want the Playhouse to be successful. But when you look at this page 7, it shows 341,994, and that gives the illusion that we're actually doing well. But that includes the transfer in, and unless you go to the detail, you're not going to see that as a city, we've had to transfer $350,000 from our general fund, which, we've decided as a council, we're going to do that. But I think the public needs to understand that we are still struggling to even break even with the Mission Playhouse. We've done tremendous work over the years. We were at an $800,000 deficit at one point. We're now only about 350. So I think it's really important, especially for the Mission Playhouse, to have another line item that says total revenues and then transfer in from the general fund, so the public knows what's going on. And so that's all I had, but thank you for your presentation.
Certainly, we'll make a note of that to have the change the following time. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Mecheka. Okay, and Councilmember Wu.
Thank you, thank you, Mayor. Well, thank you very much for the presentation. I just want to make sure that on your page 3, attached with the chart, the revenue item that is the new fee or the license fee is that we have proved last year included in this project, this projected results?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, my question is, is it the new fee or the new license fee that we have adopted last year? Or this is the old?
Oh, no, this is definitely for all the fees that we have adopted for fiscal year 2022-23. Everything is effective as of July 1st of 2022, and we applied forward. So all of these are the current fiscal year fees and rates.
And thank you. And how do you factor in the potential inflation when projecting the budget? And what measures are being taken to mitigate its effects?
You mean
I mean, the inflation, have you included inflation factors in the?
Certainly in the projected 5-year forecast, we conservatively increased expenditures from about 3 to 5%, assuming we're making certainly some projection there. And this is a working document. We will continue to monitor and certainly changes as we progresses. But for the projection, we do conservatively increase in expenditures as well as some revenues. Not major. Again, it's about 3 to 5% in each category in order to do the projection.
Okay. And my last question is there any unexpected events or like a external factor, like we have been running a lot this year, that has impacted the budget? So like any changes in funding from like a natural disaster?
Certainly the federal funds, we have collected them all and recognized them already. I am not aware of certainly any major one that are coming through, although the city continue to certainly seek for grants anytime we can for any of the expenditures in the city that we're looking for equipment or anything in our department. So it's a major item I am not aware of.
Okay.
So as far as changes, big changes, there isn't
We'll
any.
adjust it.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Wu. So, yeah, it's my turn, okay. So, yeah, and really thanks the financial department do a good job for the financial update. And first of all, I think it's really happy, like 3 years ago, we passed the major SG sales tax. I saw the tremendous increase. It's almost $1 million, the sales tax increase. That's meaning the whole business, it's a resilience and going up. So that's why I think we really want to think about it. We just passed the small business grant to help them too. And another one, I really like happy like Mark and the whole city, the leadership, and for my financial background. And when I got elected, I talked to Mark, say, because that time we are deficit, it's so bad. Okay, I think hopefully we not just for the surplus. I wish for the golden point, it's 17% at least. And that time that Mark told me they already the council member also discussed that want to do the 2027, but it's really appreciate that right now it's doing very good, and this year already 25.5. So it's a really wonderful job. So that's hopefully keep going. So but it's still a council member Wu mentioned. So maybe we more conservative, think about maybe any a disaster, maybe expenditure we don't know. So hopefully no big disaster. If we have more revenue, I hope we can help our city. A lot of things needed to do to help, especially for our police and the fire. And actually, this is for the safety purpose. Okay, all right. So that's my comments, and it's. Do I have any motion?
I'll move to approve the recommendation as amended.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, and the motion made by Councilmember Menchaca and the second by Councilmember Chen. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
Item B, analysis of early payoff of the Citizens Business Bank loan and early withdrawal of the 10-year certificate of deposit. Finance Director Kahola Hula will make the presentation.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. Will Kahola-Kula, Finance Director for the City of San Gabriel. This presentation will analyze the early payoff option of the Citizens Business Bank loan, as well as analyze the early withdrawal of the certificate of deposit that is the required collateral for the loan. The loan was issued in December of 2014 in the amount of $7.8 million for the construction of the Public Works Maintenance Facility. The interest rate on the loan is 1.6%, and the loan has a requirement of 100% collateralization of $7.8 million at the time it was issued, which is in the form of a 10-year certificate of deposit, which earns 6.6%. The repayment terms on the loan is a 10-year repayment plan. There's 119 monthly principal payments of $21.67 thousand, with the final bullet payment of $5.23 million, which is due January 21st, 2025. The annual debt service is about $355,000, and it is a general fund expenditure. There are two extension options for the loan, one in December 2024 and another in 2034. The interest rate on the extension will be 1% greater than the 10-year CD rate, and the loan will still have a 100% collateralization requirement, which will be in the form of a 10-year CD. The 100% collateralization requirement has restricted our general fund cash as well as our general fund balance. So there's basically three options for the loan. One is to maintain the current terms. Two is to refinance the loan at current rates and fees with terms that do not require 100% collateralization. And three is to utilize the restricted cash to pay off the loan. So in the next few slides, we'll analyze the financial impacts to the general fund if the city chose to pay off the loan using the restricted cash. So first, we'll take a look at the impacts to the general fund expenditures and the net change in fund balance. So if the city chose to pay off the loan, there will be an increase in general fund expenditures of $5.6 million. That increase in expenditures will create a decrease in fund balance of $5.6 million. Looking at the impacts to our cash and our fund balance, restricted cash, if we made that payment, restricted cash would decrease by $5.6 million. There'll be no impact to unrestricted cash. And so with restricted cash being decreased, there would be a decrease in our restricted fund balance, and there'll be a minimal impact to our unassigned fund balance. In future years, there'll be a budget savings for the principal and expenditures that we will no longer have to pay. The estimated amount in 23-24 is about $352,000. So based on that analysis, since there is no impact to general fund unassigned reserves or unrestricted cash, and since the Citizens Business Bank loan will be eliminated, and it has been a stigma in the side of the state auditors, and there'll be budget savings in future years, staff recommendation is to pay the loan off early. This slide illustrates the impact to our mid-year budget if we decided to pay the loan off early. So as Linda had mentioned, we had net change in fund balance of $1.9 million positive. So our expenditures would go from $48 million, we would increase it by the 5.6, and it would go to $53.7 million. Net change net change in fund balance would go from an increase of 1.9 million to a decrease of 3.7 million. There will be no impact to unassigned fund balance reserves. That will remain at about 12.2 million. Just the restricted fund balance will be eliminated. There will be some impact to our reserve percentage because we will have a higher expenditure amount, and that reserve percentage will go from 25.5% to reserve percentage of 22.7%, which is the percentage of unassigned general fund reserves to our total expenditures. So that would be the impact to our mid-year budget update if we decided to move forward to paying off the loan. Next, we'll look at early withdrawal of the CD. If the city decided to move forward to pay off the loan, then we can either maintain the CD and earn the 0.6%, or we could cash it out. So the balance, as the current balance is about 6.5 million, earning the 0.6% interest. The maturity date is January 20th, 2025. And there is an early withdrawal penalty of 1% of the balance. So option one is to hold the CD to maturity, which would be about 20 months, earning 0.6%, would generate about $65,000 in interest income. Option two is to withdraw the CD before maturity, take the funds, pay the penalty, take the funds, and invest them in higher interest earning investments. There would be a 1% penalty, would be the $65,000. Projected over the 20 months, earning a conservative interest rate of 3% would generate about $322,000. So decreasing the penalty from the projected interest earnings would create a net interest earnings of about $256,750. So overall, option two would generate $192,000 more in interest earnings than if it held the city to maturity. So based on that analysis, staff recommends that the city withdraw the CD early and invest the proceeds in higher interest earning investments. This concludes the presentation. We'll take any comments, questions you may have.
Thank you. Does any council member have a factual question for staff to clarify the report? Okay, the Vice Mayor Harrington.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have one question, Will. When you state that a new loan would not be 100% collateralized, what percentage would you contemplate?
Talking about interest rate or the collateralization?
Collateralization.
It would depend on the negotiated terms. Most loans, would not have a collateralization requirement. If your credit is good, you don't need to provide collateral to get a loan. Mm-hmm. So there is a possibility that it could be 0%. Most likely it would be 0%.
So if we didn't pay back the loan, what's the recourse of the lender?
To file a lawsuit.
So there's a high cost there.
Yeah.
To us for litigation. Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chief City Clerk, do we have any public comments?
There are no comments, Mayor.
Okay, it's now time for the council discussion. Who would like to start it? Councilmember Wu?
Mayor, I would like to motion that we just pay off the loan. I mean, well, from my perspective, I think that we are using a 1% interest rate and to restrict our own funds for that years. So, and also from the stat report that shows we are paying $21,667 per month for the interest, and that means $260,000 per year. And we are not really using our own CD because it's restricted. So I would say that would be a good idea to pay off the loan. Then we can just go with a higher investment and generate more revenue for our city. And that's my point. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Chen?
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate the analysis. I agree that the smartest choice would be to pay off the loan at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Menchaca?
Yeah, I agree with both my colleagues, except there's two parts to it. It's paying off the loan and cashing out the CD. So I agree with the recommendation. I'm I'm thrilled that we're finally going to terminate this arrangement. It's been a long time coming, so.
All right, so Vice Mayor? Okay, all right. And yeah, actually, thanks the financial department to this kind of recommendation. Finally, that's for my personal the experience. Just say that when I get on board, 3 years ago, I really not feel good for this kind of CD loan. Okay, it's so complicated, and but that's the past the council member make a decision. I respect it, but right now I think it's a good time to do the payoff, and it looks like also based on the recommendation, with penalty is 65,000, but we can earn in the interest minus the 65,000. It's almost 256,000. So I think that's a good choice. It's to save our the taxpayer dollars, so we can do something else too, right? For help our community. Okay, so yeah, I also agree the staff the recommendation. So the motion made by.
I'll make the motion,
Okay.
Okay, I'll motion to approve the recommendation.
I second. Okay, motion by the council member Chen and the second by Mayor Ding. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
Presentation B, recognition of Li Wang, AD 49 Woman of Impact Honoree. Mayor Ding will make the presentation.
Okay, sorry. Before make the presentation, so I just want to some use the Chinese to conclusion the last two items we discussed, because I really appreciate a lot of friends coming to tonight to listen to our whole meeting. So then you know how can I conduct a meeting, and but this is the last time I'm mayor. Okay. 那各位好，谢谢你们来。就是刚刚我们讲的有两项 ，OK， 一个是我们的就是说我们的预算 ，OK， 从我上来的时候是3年前还是就是赤字哈，那么到现在就是说有盈余哈。那么本来我们今年的盈余呢是预算是36.7万，但是 actually 我们市政府我们的总经理一起跟大家做了一个很好的预算，和我们的这些市议员的一起决定哈。那么今年到了今年的6月底呢，就是会有从30几万变成190万了啊，有这样的盈余哈，这是一个一个好的一个现象。然后呢，我们的预算的那个就说要预留金啊，我上来的时候我也知道，希望能够有除了不要有亏本，还要增加以外，起码要有17%的，就是预备金。那么其实我们今年已经做到25.5%，啊，他们都做的这个很好的。我们市政府目前来说 financial 是不错。那么另外一个是说第二个呢，就是讲到我们有一个特别的一个 loan 是在 CD 的啊，那么是以前一些就是说就是商业用的一个抵债的 CD 哈，那么就是说我们要付出去的 loan 呢是 1.6%， 他们银行给我们 1%， 实际上是我们 0.6%， 哈，看上去还是比较低的，但是是比较不太好的一个特别的 loan。那么而且是 stay， 就是说有 question 的 loan。那么现在我们能够把它付完，也是对我们就是说将来为了我们 我们让 state 来 audit 的时候呢，会有更好的就是评价。OK， 好，那希望大家能够我通过中文解释，让大家能够了解我们市议会，就是说做市议员的就是就是要看住大家的钱 ，watch everybody 的the taxpayer 的 dollars。OK，all right， 好，那么在我这个 presentation 给那个呢，so right now it's presentation is for the Li Wen and Wang 老师。OK，it's Li Wen. It's recognized. We recognize your received the 8049 Women of Impact Award for Art and Culture. Okay, the mayor and the council member San Gabriel wish recognize your outstanding accomplishment and thank you for your accepting representative of our city. Today is the 21st day of the March 2023. All right. So I just all the council member we go upstairs and maybe let the Li Wen come in on the stage. You say a few words. We can take the group picture with our all council member. Okay.
Say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
If you okay, you can say both English and Chinese.
Yes, I try English. Okay.
Okay, all right.
And I never go to school. I learn from students.
Okay, good.
Good evening. It's a great honor for me to have received the Women of Impact Award presented by Assemblyman Mr. McFarland. Let me say thank you again to Florence for nominating me for the award. And also, I would like to thank you all of the guests here to support me. In particularly, I would like to give my special thanks to the San Gabriel Council. Thank you, Mayor Tony, Vice Mayor John Harrington. Thank you, Council Member Eric, Denise, John Wu, and the City Manager Mark, and all of you. The year of 2022 marked the 50th anniversary for my career in the children's art education. Also, I look back on the past half century, focused on just one job, that is teaching children's art. Education is educating next generation is really one of the important undertaking of the mankind. I'm deeply honored to be able to do my part in it. We are proud to produce the talented, creative, and successful graduates who are play the vital role. Some words I never say in life, sorry. In art, design, and for the professions around the world, it's really a very fulfilling job. Thank you again for your supporting, and thank you for San Gabriel City Council again for your recognition. Thank you so much. 我用中文说一遍 ，sorry。
好的。
亲爱的各位来宾，大家好！获得这个有尊敬的方树祥议员亲自为我颁发的最有影响力的2023女性杰出代表奖，这对我来说是一件极大的荣誉。我想再次感谢亚裔青少年中心的陈丰毅经理对我的提名，也感谢今天到场所有支持我的嘉宾们。 我想再次我还想特别感谢圣盖博市议会，感谢丁彦宇市长、John Harrington 副市长、Eric 市议员、Denise 市议员，还有吴成远市议员，还有 City 的这 Manager Mark， 还有所有在座的 City 所有的工作人员，感谢你们长期以来对我的支持和对我学校的支持，让我们学校不断的发扬，不断的光大，人们为我们 City 为我们的 community 做更多的贡献。那么就是说，2022年是我从事少儿美术教育50周年的一年。那回顾这个半个世纪以来，我自己的人生轨迹，我为这50年来，我做了一个就是我们人类最重要的事情之一，就是教育下一代。那么为这件事情，我尽我自己一生的绵薄之力，我感到非常荣幸。那么再次感谢大家对我的认可和支持，再次感谢圣盖博市议会，深表我衷心感谢，我会继续努力，会把学校做得更好，为我们 City 做更多的贡献。谢谢。
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So right now, council comments. Okay. So.
Oh, and then we could take pictures.
Okay. All right.
I just wanted to say, well, Lee and I have been friends for a long time, and she is probably one of the most humble individuals I know. I invite everyone to go to her San Gabriel Art Academy. They've done so many renovations, but that Art Academy has changed lives. She has impacted generations of students, but also adults. There are adults who are taking art classes there. And so to say just children, it's beyond children. It's adults who want to continue with that creativity, which is so good for mental health and just overall health. Also what she does, her and her staff, is they help high school students develop their portfolios so they can apply to art schools that are recognized worldwide. I'm not an artist, but I do know there's schools in, I believe it's Columbia, Yale, there's art schools there, there's Parsons, I think USC, which is my favorite. But she is helping in so many different ways, and I think this award is so deserving because of everything you do. And you've been in education for 50 years, not necessarily in San Gabriel, but in general, 50 years of being an instructor, being an inspiration, and telling these kids as young as 3 years old, you can do it. In Spanish, we say, si se puede. And she continues to do that. And I just want to say thank you for everything you do for all of us. And I'm so glad you've decided to be in San Gabriel and continue with this program. And students and adults come from all over, not just San Gabriel, to come to her particularly because she is just so encouraging. And she's got such great staff, and it's all kinds of art. So if you have a chance, visit the West California Art Academy. Thank you, Lee, for everything you do.
Thank you, Councilmember Manchester. Okay, Councilmember Chen.
I just wanted to say, just real quickly, Lee Wang, thank you for your lifelong service of arts education to the youth of the San Gabriel community, and adults too, I guess. I should probably stop by and take a class. But you've got something big on your hands because I have no artistic ability, but, but thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Chen. Vice Mayor Harrington.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate you as well. I mean, it's a great honor, but I think, like Denise said, the humility that you bring really shows in the community because you're relatable to everybody, and it's really, it's nice when you have a conversation. It's really nice to speak to you one-on-one, so thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Harrington and Councilmember Wu.
Thank you, Mayor. And well, congratulations, Wang Lei, 院长, Principal Wang Lei Wang. Well, I think that one time, thank you so much for having our city to participate your 50 years anniversary that celebrated the great event that we have seen that so many students and also the parents in our city, they're so eager to sending their kids to your school because you are such a capable person that helping our generations, that making them become like an elite in our society in the future. I think that you're putting all the portfolio things, and that will be really grateful and helpful for the students that they deserve for a better education. So I think that in our community, you may know that we are so focused on the education because we know this is a grassroots investment. But thank you so much for having your school in our city. And this is such a great place that I have ever seen. And congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my turn, okay. So, yeah, I echo all of my colleagues' comments, and it's really the congratulations for the Principal Li Wen, but the Teacher Li Wen. I like to still call the Teacher Li Wen. 汪老师哈，虽然你是汪院长了哈。Actually, I know the Li Wen have the academic in our city almost 3 decades, right? Almost 30年左右了吧？So it's really like a happy your school in our city, and really like this award called the Woman of Impact. You are really impact to our community and help our community. And also, I saw you involved not just for your kids, also for the community service. You bring a lot of the student to the volunteer job and education, and not just for art, and also for them the community service. Especially, I know, like my organization, a lot of the event, you bring this kind of volunteer student. And also, we just mentioned, it's a Lunar New Year. You have your school booth over there. I saw that a lot of attendees love to go to your the booth, especially for the kids. It's have painting, everything. It's enjoy the whole event. So yeah, it's really. Yeah, you are. This awards really you deserve it. Okay, so 我讲几句中文嘛哈。那个汪老师啊，在我们城市已经有30年左右了哈。那真的是这个 award 叫做有影响力的啊。这个妇女哈，她真的是有影响力，在我们社区啊，帮助我们社区，不仅让他们有学生学习这个画画，还这个。参与社区的服务，特别是那个从小让他们就有服务社区，这个是我觉得这个是汪老师是最特别的一点啊。那么所以呢，作为我这个市长，我们市议员都很高兴你拿到了这个是最有影响力的那个 award。那么也要谢谢我们那个AYC Florence Lin 的那个推荐哈。那个也是我们去年的一个 award receiver，OK， 那是那个真的是真的今天很高兴，我就觉得比我市长任期结束我还高兴你得到的 ，OK，I think it's happy than better than I'm outgoing mayor. Okay, all right. So I invite all the colleagues and go. Come on the stage and take a group photo with Li Wen. And city have the certificate too.
往这边投。好。
Good. Okay. All right. So, next item, please.
City Council reorganization. We have no general public comment on this item. Recognition of outgoing Mayor Ding. At this time, we have several presentations to honor Mayor Ding, and Mayor, I'll invite you to step forward. Our first presenter is Enrique Robles, representing Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here to recognize Mayor Tony Ding. I want to thank you for your service. Being mayor is no easy task. I see you everywhere because you are the face of the city. You have to attend all these events, so it takes you away from your family. And then as mayor, you tend to get more of the brunt from the public because everybody thinks you have the power to do everything. But you've done such a remarkable job in your role, helping small businesses and helping residents of the city of San Gabriel. So on behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu, I'd like to thank you, congratulate you, and present to you a certificate of congressional recognition. Thank you for your service.
Our next presenter is Sandra Armenta Lopez, representing Senator Susan Rubio.
Sorry, let me try explain to something to use the Chinese. Okay.
Yeah, 对。
Okay, good, right, okay, all right, okay. 各位好，现在这是一个给我就是我不好意思说大家表扬我了哈。但是呢，是表扬完了以后哈，你们要坐下来还要听我讲的哈。我要自己讲几句，他们我几个市议员也要讲我几句，讲好的坏的你们都要听哈。Okay, I talking about okay. Right now, just recognize for the certificate. Okay, but I think I cannot say recognize me, right? Okay, but I hope everybody after they recognize and still stay there and also listen to my colleague to give me the comments. Maybe the good comments, maybe the bad comments. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So hope everybody understand it. 大家都能够明白，好不好 ？OK， 然后呢，我们还有就是说，继续要有新的市长、副市长会产生。这产生完了，我们 meeting 结束以后，我们在外面呢还有就是说 reception， 就是说一些简单的糕点。那么到时候也可以再继续跟我照相也好，跟新市长、新副市长照相也好，都可以哈。So I say okay. After my speech, and we reorganize the new mayor and the vice mayor. Okay, and after then finish today's meeting, so we can have the reception outside. And if you want to take a photo with the new mayor, new vice mayor, it's fine too. Okay, that's my comments too. Okay, all right, sorry, that's Sandra to say that. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
It's your show, Mayor Ding, it's your show.
All right, okay.
Good evening, Mayor Ding, Vice Mayor Harrington, council members Menchaca, Wu, and Chan. My name is Sandra Armenta Lopez, and I'm here on behalf of State Senator Susan Rubio. You might ask, Susan Rubio? I thought we were redistricted out of her district. Well, I am here to let you know for the next 2 years, you will be represented by Senator Susan Rubio until the next election in 2024, and that will be for Senate District 25. And I'm also here with my colleague, Anthony Moreno, who is actually going to be overseeing San Gabriel for Senator Susan Rubio. And so I do want to introduce you to Anthony Moreno, and he's going to say a couple of words as well.
Yes, good evening. As my colleague Sandra mentioned, my name is Anthony Moreno, and I'll be the new district representative for Senator Susan Rubio covering the city of San Gabriel. I just want to say I look forward to working with all of you and learning more about your wonderful city. And if you need any assistance for your office, don't hesitate to reach out. So thank you, and it's nice to meet you.
Thank you, Anthony. And we do have a certificate on behalf of State Senator Susan Rubio for the outgoing Mayor, Tony Ding. Thank you so much for your dedication, your loyalty to the city of San Gabriel. We all know that these are trying times, but you've led the city with leadership, and we just really want to thank you for that. As our colleague in the congressional district noted, it does take a lot of personal sacrifices, but you do that because you love San Gabriel, and it's evident that you love San Gabriel. And we just want to commemorate this day and just say thank you. Thank you for your hard work, your loyalty to the city of San Gabriel, and on behalf of the state senator, we have a certificate for you.
Next, we have Cassandra Carmona, representing Assemblymember Mike Fong.
Good evening. Cassandra couldn't make it tonight, so I'm filling in. My name is Fionn Lamb, and I'm here on behalf of Assemblymember Mike Fong in the 49th District. Thank you so much for having me here today to recognize the outstanding leadership of outgoing Mayor Tony Ding. When I first started my role as a field representative, I was still getting to know all our community leaders. It wasn't long before Mayor Ding became a familiar face because I would see him at almost every event with a warm and welcoming smile. Mayor Ding, you have done an outstanding job serving as the mayor of the city of San Gabriel. You did your job with so much commitment and diligence, advocating for the voices of our community and showing up to every community event, including our anti-Asian hate roundtable with Attorney General Rob Bonta, that we held right across the street at the San Gabriel Mission. So on behalf of Assemblymember Mike Fong and the California State Assembly, it is my distinct privilege to present a certificate of recognition to outgoing Mayor Tony Ding. Thank you for uplifting the voices of our community and advocating for their needs. Your exceptional leadership will leave an everlasting impact, and we commend your efforts to create a positive and thriving future for our community and beyond. Congratulations and best wishes.
Đồng chí trưởng, để rồi. Thấy đồng chí trưởng có biết? Có hỏi gì là hỏi gì?
Councilmember Catherine Lee, representing the Alhambra City Council.
Good evening, Mayor Tony Din and San Gabriel Council members. I'm Catherine Lee. Feels like I'm in my own chamber. I'm Catherine Lee, Alhambra City Council member. Mayor Tony Din, you have been such a great friend to me, and your partnership with Alhambra has been just wonderful for us. We like to continue with the partnership with you as well as the rest of the Council of San Gabriel. And tonight I'm representing the city of Alhambra and the residents to thank you for your dedication to the resident of San Gabriel. And also, I personally can see the time and effort that you put in every single event. You're always there with a great smile and never really complain about anything. And that's really a great quality of a public servant. So tonight it's my pleasure to be here to be a part of this special event for San Gabriel City Council. We have a certificate for you on behalf of the Alhambra City Council. Thank you.
Next is Councilmember Menchaca, representing Hilda Solis.
I'll just speak from here. On behalf of Supervisor Hilda Solis, I was at the Women Empowerment Breakfast yesterday, and she wanted me just to tell you how grateful she is for your collaboration with our city. She could not be here, nor her district representative, Edith Gonzalez, but they do value the time you served as mayor, and they look forward to working with you as a council member. So that was all. Thank you. No pictures required. I'm sorry, and the certificate's in the mail, is what they told me. It's forthcoming.
Councilmember Sandra Armenta, representing the Rosemead City Council.
Hello again. Good evening. To our outgoing mayor, Tony Ding, thank you so much for your dedication to the city of San Gabriel. We know that many items or many issues in the San Gabriel Valley is not just city-bound, it's regional-bound. And thank you so much for your partnership with the city of Rosemead and making sure that San Gabriel Valley continues to be a strong valley for all our residents. And so on behalf of our mayor, Sean Dang, our council members, Polly Lowe, Margaret Clark, myself, and Mayor Pro Tem Stephen Lee, please accept this certificate as a gracious thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the city of San Gabriel.
Councilmember Yvonne Yu, representing the Monterey Park City Council.
Hi, this is Yvonne Yu, Councilwoman of City of Monterey Park. On behalf of Monterey Park, I would like to greatly appreciate Mayor Dang for your dedications and commitments to our community. I still remember we ran campaign together and we got elected together to the council. And I still remember that, before our first council meeting, we called each other. We were so nervous. And now, as you can see, wow, Mayor Ting actually hosts a council meeting with so much confidence now. So I'm very proud of you, and I wanted to call you my big brother, 大哥, and we wanted to continue to serve our community. So 我希望我们一起加油努力，好不好？谢谢，谢谢 ，Thank you so much.
我。
In addition, we have received certificates of recognition from the Arcadia and Diamond Bar City Councils. Our next presenter is Lee Wang, representing West California Academy of Art and Design Education.
Okay, I'm so happy. Tony 丁市长，那个在1年里面 ，she did a really great job. Detail use Chinese. Sorry about that. And 他在这个任期时间哈，我认为他真的很亲民，对我们这个市民啊，这个非常平易近人的，做到的事情哈，真的很 detail， 关心备至。就是说，我们作为我是一个学校 school in the city San Gabriel, I feel really happy, feel really proud. I'm here. So, 希望 Tony 因为不当市长了，还要继续 continue service 我们 San Gabriel City, service 我们的 community. 我想就是你不当市长了，你一样的会做得更好。我献你一束花。
玫瑰花。
Sophia Lee, representing Chinese University of Alumni Association Alliance of Southern California.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor Ding and council members. I'm Sophia Lee, represent Jiao Tong University Alumni Association of Southern California. I want to know how do you feel right now? A little happier than last year in Mission House? Yeah, but yeah, when you feel upset, yeah, I hope this little music box will give you some comfort and I think this music will help you, yeah, feel, yeah, you can still do a better job after not being a mayor. 我是李学，我代表交通大学南加州校友会，祝贺丁学长成功卸任圣盖博市长。我想你是我们的骄傲，不仅是交大的骄傲，也是我们华人在美国的骄傲。We are so proud of you being our role model, serving the community, and we are so proud that you represent our Chinese American. And so we can do a better job by your influence. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
Jason Wang, representing International Youth Fellowship.
Oh, 说中文可以吗？我是来自国际青少年联合会 International Youth Fellowship Jason 黄，衷心的特别感谢丁市长，也是一直这么 为社区这样服务，也支持我们国际青少年联合会做很多的这样事情，真的很感谢。谢谢。
Frank Ye, representing Southern California Fukienese Association.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and honorable council member of City of San Gabriel. I'm honored tonight to represent Southern California Fukienese Association to present a plaque that reads, "Presented to Tony Ting, Mayor, City of San Gabriel, in appreciation of your service and contribution to the community," from Southern California Fukienese Association. Permit me to speak in Mandarin. 大家好，今天晚上我很荣幸代表南加州福建同乡会送一个奖牌给我们的丁延义市长代表他对我们社会的贡献，还有对我们本会的支持，谢谢 ，Thank you。
Sure Lee, representing U.S. Wenzhou Association. Dr. Charlie Liu, representing I-Chinese American Political Action Committee.
My name is Charlie Liu, on behalf of Chinese American Political Action Committee, which Mayor Tony Ding served 4 years as chairman. We really appreciate the contribution and remarkable leadership from Mayor Ding. And we really thank Mayor Tony Ding for inspiring us, no matter where we come from, no matter where you get your education. We are here, we are all Americans. We not only we can be successful at our business, at science, technology, we can also contribute to the community, be a successful public servant. I invite everyone to join the role model of Mayor Tony Ding to put more effort to make our community more successful. Thank you. We have a plaque for Tony Ding. Let's yeah. Let's take a group picture. IPAC member, please join us.
OK， 还有人吗？好，大家往这边看了，麻烦了啊。打机关枪了，连不开。还有一个。哇，是啊。哎呀，我的天哪 ！OK，one two。全部扫了。OK，go。
Jack Yao, representing Kiangsu Chekiang Shanghai Association, KCH of USA.
Dear Mayor Ding and council member, on behalf of KCS Association, 苏浙沪同乡会, it is my great honor to be here tonight in recognition of your amazing performance. We would like to congratulate the tremendous success of your achievement. Thank you so much. Keep going. You would like to have my own comments. I believe you should have more of your family time after you retire from your mayor. Thank you.
Sunny Chen, representing North American Chinese University Alumni Alliance.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be standing here today to express our appreciation to your contribution to the community, to St. Gabriel City. The St. Gabriel City has a population around 40,000, 60% are Asian. Many of them are from mainland China. You are the first mayor of the first generation immigrant from mainland China. We are very proud of you. The past years are very challenging. Under your leadership, economy is recovering from the pandemic. St. Gabriel City has seen the job market increase by 0.7% over the last year. It's a really good note that you got a 1.9 million increase of the net income, 25.5% increase of the returned earning for this city. I just know. It's good to know. You did really great job. On behalf of Chinese University alumni, I hereby presenting you a crystal plaque for you to express our appreciation. Thank you for your dedication and services. We are really proud of you. You are a role model of our Chinese University alumni.
Tammy Wang, representing San Gabriel Hope Lions Club.
Unfortunately, Tammy Wang cannot be here, so hello, I am Angelina Zhou. I am the representative of the San Gabriel Hope Lions Club, and today we'd like to present this award to Mayor Tony Ding for his continuous service within our club and charter. Thank you.
Ji Hao Dong, representing Overseas Student Union.
Hi, hi, Mayor Ding. Just want to thank you for your community services that you did in the past 2 years for inviting and communicating with us. Because the first thing I want to appreciate is the voluntary clinic that you offer for the communities in the San Gabriel here. That's the first one. And the second one is thank you so much for offering the community services opportunity for local students for translating the weekly council member meeting record in both simplified and traditional Chinese. And the third thing is thank you so much for get in touch with us so frequently. That brings us hundreds of thousands of students per month to the patio room downstairs and offering the chance for us to use in it so that our students from different areas in the Southern California can have the opportunity to come to the city of San Gabriel to consume, to purchase their thing, because after the meeting, they need to go to restaurant, and we often pay lots of money for that. We have a large contribution to the tax of San Gabriel in the past around 2 years because of the free chance of the use of the patio room downstairs. So thank you so much for the all city council member and especially for Mayor Tony Ding.
Crystal Zhao, representing U.S.-China Economic Trade and Culture Art Federation.
一边一个。尊敬的丁彦瑜市长，各位来宾、媒体朋友们，大家好。
Ladies and gentlemen, and Mayor Tony Ding, hello everyone, good evening.
我是美中经贸文化艺术联合会会长孙伟。
I'm U.S.-China Economic Trade and Culture Art Federation's president. 孙伟 is the 孙伟. Thank you.
我代表郭颂主席，代表我们商会全体会员，向我们丁彦瑜市长在他任内表示祝贺，党市长。
I'm on behalf to is the Guoting's minister to all membership is the to thank the Tony Ding and all concerned. Thank you.
丁彦瑜市长在他任期内，我们省盖博社区是一个最安全的，风调雨顺，国泰民安。
When his duties for like mayors, our community is very safety and every people feel very happy. Thanks. Yeah.
他是我们华人之光，这个政界卓越。
He is the knight of Chinese and is the outstanding political performance.
今天在这里非常荣幸，给我们丁市长分发证书。
I'm very pleased to give him certificate of honor. Thank you.
机关枪开始。
Florence Lin, representing Asian Youth Center.
Hi, good evening. And on behalf of the Asian Youth Center, I'm Florence Lin, represent Asian Youth Center to congratulate Mayor Tony Ding for outgoing mayor, and you have successfully complete your term, and you're the best mayor that I have known. You're well known in our Chinese communities, and when you first step up to be as a mayor, that was a very uneasy job, but you made it. And because we lost one mayor and also one city council members, but you had brought the whole council together. And that was a very uneasy job for you, and you did it. And I want to congratulate you, and with our recognition certificate from Asian Youth Center. We normally don't give a certificate, only to the kids. But however, you are still kids, but you did a tremendous job, and on behalf of the Asian Youth Center, in recognition of your community leadership and service as a mayor of San Gabriel, on behalf of Asian Youth Center, youth and families that we serve, we thank you for your support and your amazing mayor. And we will continue to call you mayor, and hopefully Mayor John Harrington wouldn't mind, okay? Because one mayor term is a forever mayor. That's our culture. So he'll be mayor forever, and we'll continue to call him Mayor Tony Ding, and congratulate you.
Show me.
Stephen Lamb, former mayor of Monterey Park and founding chairman and president of the U.S. General Chamber of Commerce for Entrepreneurs of Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Mayor, Council of this chamber and the staff. I'm very happy to be here to say a few words tonight, because I was a mayor in Monterey Park for a couple of years, and as a vice mayor and council, and a planning commissioner, and business development commissioner for a total of 15 years. I totally understand how hard is the work and job, but you had done an excellent job. I knew Tony, Mayor Honorable Tony Ding, back in years, I believe like 30 or 40 years ago. I met him, yeah, we're all young. Yeah, Tony were everywhere, even before he became a mayor and council. The Joint Alumni Association of the college alumni from Taiwan usually, and you also, but you were also IPAC leaders. I remember when I looked for endorsement, you were one of the vote. And some IPAC members here tonight, I wanted to appreciate and thank you for your endorsement years ago. Look back a few years ago, you called me, said you want to run. And I said, wow, it's a great decision, and I will support you. Guess what? I was the first elected official to support Tony Ding. You remember? You had the dinner, a very successful dinner, fundraise dinner in Hilton, and I believe I bought a table. I brought some friends in the surrounding you. And thank you for that opportunity so I could speak for like 30 minutes about you that night. And Tony worked so hard for so many years. I understand after you became a mayor and you have to attend like 1,000 events that I experienced years ago. I think it's a commitment and responsibility as elected official. We have to close enough to the residents and go everywhere we're supposed to go. Sometimes we have to go like 3 or 4 events. And I met you the most of the places, the Sheraton, Hilton, and 5-star Seafood Hotel next to the 99 Ranch Market. I appreciate all the hard work you've been putting together, the jobs, and with your United Councils. Without all the colleagues and council, we can't, perform any heavy-duty works by one person. But as a mayor, it's very important to understand the whole thing about the agenda things, right? You have like 4 or 5 inches every night. And it does take a leadership and your vision and, how far you see. I really appreciate the effort of your council put together, develop your Valley Boulevard. It looks so good because every day I have to pass San Gabriel twice to San Marino. My mom lived in San Marino. My parents live in, my sister, they live in Arcadia. So I have to use the San Gabriel Boulevard and Del Mar. And then every day I see the changes. Although I don't have a property in San Gabriel so far, but I spend a lot of money in San Gabriel inviting people to see. A lot of delegation come. I host them for events in 5-star hotel in Sheraton. Like last year, I spent $100,000 in Sheraton for my U.S. General Chamber of Commerce for entrepreneurs of Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong. And you came and you speak. When Tony Robb was here, the secretary, he's Department of, Attorney General was here right across from here, and you were the speaker of that event. It makes so remarkable, for people to remember you. San Gabriel is a place, the center of their Los Angeles. Even the Attorney General came and chose your city, and I was there, and you did a fantastic job. And I wanted to say Mayor Dean has done an amazing job leading this community and advocating for its constituents through the city of San Gabriel. And all of the detail I just mentioned. And on behalf of the U.S. General Chamber of Commerce, for entrepreneurs of Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong, it is my pleasure to present this certificate of recognition to outgoing Mayor Tony Ding. Congratulations on your successful term as a mayor in the city of San Gabriel. Thank you, and thank you for uplifting our community through your leadership and inspiring those around you. And the city of San Gabriel is so lucky to have you. Congratulations. The certificate just came in from FedEx. Someone in the audience said I should write a check to him. I said, this is my check. How much you can cash from this check? Yeah. Well, when Tony run again, I'm sure I will write another check to support him. No, just in case I sign wrong. So I just have to make sure that, someone just said that once you're mayor, you're always mayor for life, and I agree with, because people call me mayors. When you're president of the United States, they call president, right? President Clinton, President George Bush, you don't call former president.
Pauline Pezza, representing Chinese American construction professionals.
Hi, everyone. Hi. And as a vice president of the Chinese American Construction Professionals, we thank Mayor Ding so much for every time support us. Every event we can count on him always to be there for us. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. That's why we always have our annual event in Sheraton, San Gabriel. And we love this great city, and thank you so much. Oh, the plaques, it's not yet, but we'll bring it next time.
I understand we have another speaker not on our list. If you would please step forward at this time.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Simon Wang. We present for Northwest Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, I know Tony Ding over 20 years since he's the president of Jiao Tong University alumni. Yeah, I know Tony Ding worked really hard and did a lot of good job for our community, for San Gabriel. So I live in San Gabriel as well. Okay, let's present the certificate for Tony.
感谢托尼丁市长。
来不及了。
Good evening, Mayor, Council members, and Chamber members. On behalf of Asian American Advocacy Alliance, we're going to present this to Tony, the Mayor Ding. Congratulations on your successful term as the San Gabriel City Mayor. Your remarkable effectiveness in urban government and development has been truly impressive. Moreover, as an immigrant role model for public service, civil engagement, you have inspired many of us. Well done. Congratulations.
That concludes the presentations. I'll invite the mayor to return to the dais. And at this time, I'd like to invite the city council to make any comments.
So city council have the comments, whatever words you want to say. 大家先不要走哦，听他们讲我好话坏话哈。
Okay, guess I'll start. I wanted to just let Mayor Tony Ding, who I also consider as a friend, I just want to let him know I thought he did an amazing job. There's been so many comments today about the fact that he was a strong supporter of our businesses, got us through, the tail end of the pandemic, although there's still some challenges there. But one of the areas I wanted to focus on is the fact that Tony was vice mayor when we had 2 council members resign. One was a mayor, as it was mentioned, one was a council member, within 20 days. There was only 3 of us left. That has never happened, at least in this city and probably most cities. You have 1 council member resign, but not 2. And he was vice mayor at the time, and there was only 3 of us left. Vice Mayor Harrington, Mayor Tony Ding, and myself. And as you probably know, all 3 of us are very, very different. But when that moment came, we decided that for our community, we were going to make sure we follow through with our commitment, and we were going to go through the process, which was appoint 2 people. And I just wanted to thank Tony for stepping up, bringing us together, and making those really hard decisions. I don't think any other mayor is going to have to challenge that or have to face that, I hope. I hope it never happens again. And I just wanted to let you know, Tony, as a former mayor, there is life after mayorship. So don't worry, you'll still be kept very busy. No reason to, it's a bittersweet moment, but you're still on the council, and we're still going to be looking at you, now that you have that experience, to continue with your strong presence and your leadership on the council. So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Vice Mayor Harrington.
Thank you, Mayor. It might be the last time I get to say that. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
For now.
Thank you.
I just want to say I agree with everything that Councilmember Menchaca said. You've provided great leadership. I think when you first came on, you weren't as confident, but it didn't really show. I think we had a couple conversations about that. We discussed, like, what do you do? How does this work? We had some good conversations. And I really think you've shown great leadership through some difficult times. You came on when we were remote, which I don't think a lot of other mayors are going, hopefully don't have to do. So you faced a lot of challenges, but also you've come through with great leadership. And I think you provide a lot of wisdom, a lot of just level, you have a very good temperament. We all appreciate that because sometimes we don't, it's not easy to do. And then the last thing is you've always been a very humble person, which I very much appreciate.
Thank you.
Your humility is amazing. It's a very rare trait in people, especially people that are elected and they're supposed to do all this stuff. You're very humble. I really do appreciate that. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Harrington. Said last call too.
Mayor Ding.
Member Chen.
Of course, as the newest member of this council, I've been working with you for the least amount of time, but I mean, over the past couple of years, I've gotten to know you, and thank you for serving as a good role model. And I'm sure I'll tap into your resources and ask you for advice, in the future, during my tenure and during yours. So thanks for your leadership and being a good role model for me.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Chen. And Councilmember Wu.
Well, I try not to make the remark just like the last day of, Mayor Ding's last day. No, actually, he was still here. But if you miss him, you can come to the chamber anytime you want. He will be here to serve. I mean, I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to Mayor Ding's leadership. Well, during his, terms as mayor, he has, demonstrate a good quality and also his commitment to the public service, that he bring all people together, that to make the things happen, that make our community become more inclusive and very welcoming. And he has advocated several policies that I will have to say that, including public service, public safety, economic growth, business friendly. Of course, he is really working so hard on transparency. I do have learned a lot from him. It's my great honor to work with, Mayor Ding, especially to see his leadership in action. So I would say his dedication and transparency, accountability, and public service is really a good example for all of us. 所以我在这里讲几句中文，我必须要在这里特别要谢谢我们的丁市长。那我想丁市长在他的任期当中，我可以看到他对于我们这个社区的贡献。 他在我们的所谓的公共安全方面，在所谓的友善城市、友善商业城市的这个努力，以及他对于我们很多各种文化上的包容，他都做了非常大的努力跟贡献。我以另外一位华裔这个市议员的身份，我在这里看着，我对于他能够呈现出我们在美国的华人能够为我们这个社区以非常专业以及他的这个透明度来呈现出他的领导力，十分的不容易。所以我在这里要恭喜他，各位，他还会继续是我们的市议会的成员之一，所以不要把这个当做最后的一天，这是他的成就的最重要的一天，但是他会继续在我们这个社区为我们大家服务。在这里我要谢谢他 ，Thank you very much, Mayor Ding, for your contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Wu. That's Mayor the last time conclusion. Maybe I think I need because too many words I need to say. Probably I need like 2 hours to speech, but don't worry about it. Okay. So I try do something like for today's speech, but I'm like emotional people, and I'm not a really good writer, but whatever, I just based on the current the environment give me the some First of all, for me it's always thanks. First of all, thanks that 3 years ago our San Gabriel resident gave me a chance to vote for me to serve on the board, and second, last year the council member gave me opportunity become the mayor, and thanks even I also thanks the previous that time it's one council member Karina to help to we have I have the mayor term, but also congratulations all three of the council. Okay, Denise, Councilmember Denise, and Councilmember Chen become on our board. So these two even different group, but for my experience, I got really cooperated for all of your council members. Thanks that we have the same heart to serve our community, want our San Gabriel city is better. And then I really want to appreciate to thank all the city staff do the tremendous job and achieve my. I still always say that my campaign goal. It's really appreciate so. First of all, we have the small business assistance grant with the ARPA from the May 22. We have the assistance 58 small business. Okay, that's really thanks to our economic department do a great job for us. And we also have the Dumpling Beer Festival last year, and have the almost near to the 2,000 the local and the visitor coming, and we just passed the Lunar New Year, the festival. So it's really appreciate, and we have the partner with the KAZM, 就是1300跟我们一起合作的 ，OK。And the summer series have the 5 outdoor the council, 5 week the art in the park, and 3 summer movie in the park, okay. And that's I really appreciate these two things. Appreciate the community service, but actually not just community service. This kind of event we need to thanks the public work, police, and the fire too. And we spend almost 5 million each for past 2 years for the street paving, and we are paving score from the 52 of the 100 to the 82 to 100. And when we have the 52, it's our neighborhood, the best city, it's I think 70 something, it's less than 80. So we have 82. We're proud of our public service to help us to our community get the paving. And also we have the safety city in California. We are ranking 39, okay, and have the increased the 32 spot from the 2021. That's thanks our police department to help us to save the safety community. And the fire department increased score ISO to the ranking number 2. I think that's because I'm an insurance guy, it's really noted that's important to save our insurance premium too. Thanks to the fire department do the wonderful job for us. And then it's really open, like most of the council, it's mentioned we have 2 council spot the vacancy. We do the tremendous job and transparency, and we have 20 applicants and 17 interview, and pick up from the top 6 and the 2 council member on the board, and it's really, I really appreciate this transparency, and these 2 council members also come together, we work together moving forward. And that's thanks to the Mark and City Clerk to help to do the tremendous job. So, but also it's a very last one. It's financial. Everybody see our report. We have the good financial report and the score. Everybody see that. That's thanks our financial department do a wonderful job too. And actually, our HR also do the very challenging job to help financial to balance. And everything, finally, I really want to thank our city manager, Mark, to do the leadership for us, and our city attorney to help us, guide us to do the correct things for our city. So, and then I really want to thank today's coming to the representative from the Congresswoman Judy Chu office. Thanks the Senator Rubio, the representative coming too, and also have the representative from the Assembly member Mike Fong. Thanks also Supervisor Heather Soros, representative to coming too, and thanks the Alhambra Council member Catherine Lee. Thank you. So we cooperated, especially for our public safety. We as 2 city, we have a lot of the cooperation too, and thanks even you from the Maury Park. So I say we are in the same class as the COVID-19 class, 2020. Same day got elected, and then both of us. So it's his first time running, So so we have a good relationship to want to serve the community. And thanks to Sandra, represented the city of Rosemead Council. Actually, I really echo her the wording. So we are not just one city. For the San Gabriel, if we want all whole communities better, we need to cooperate with our neighborhood city, Maury Park, Alhambra, Rosemead, even Temple City, Arcadia, San Marino. Okay, it's a lot of we can even Pasadena, South Pasadena. We have we whole group try do our. I know that right now it's very important for the community safety. Okay, and. Rest of it, maybe I just use the Chinese, okay, in the organization, okay. 谢谢汪老师代表你汪老师学院给我的奖状哈，谢谢你，我也认识你。一转眼我说你这个学校有30年，但是我们认识有20年的了啊 ，OK， 也谢谢我的校友会，交通大学校友会哈，理学会长啊， 在不在啊？ OK， 谢谢他那个。It's actually I want to thank my alumni association. So it's my university is famous in the China. We have the especially it's a very unique. Have 5 campus. Okay, in the China. Okay, so it's a 谢谢的那个李学哈，也谢谢 OK 叫 Sylvia Young, it's East West Performance Art Alliance. 也谢谢 Jason Wang 黄牧师代表那个 IYF. They are International Youth Fellowship. They really do the good job for the youth. And 谢谢那个我们叶松春和那个福建会的我们Victor 高啊 ，OK， 还有谁？我一下子记不住他们名字哈。代表福建会给我的奖牌。那么也谢谢那个Shirley， 那个是李社潮，那个代表温州商会哈给我的奖牌。那么更是谢谢我 iPad 那个 Charlie Lu to still continue support me right and for the community service too OK 谢谢 Jack 姚也是我的这个是那个 I'm Hometown Association 苏浙沪啊谢谢你们一路来的陪伴和支持。那么谢谢申立倩哈，那个是北美那个校友联盟哈，那个给我的鼓励哈。那么也谢谢那刚刚就是 Angela 周哈，那个还有 Mary 何哈，还有汪老师，还有琳达沈哈，这代表那个 St. Gabriel Hope Lions Club。Okay, thanks all of your support and 那么谢谢那个董志豪，那个是这个就是海外留学生联谊会。Okay, it's Zhi Hao Dong. It's represent the overseas student union. Thanks to all of you do the service, especially for our city for the agenda. Translate to the Chinese. Okay, they use the volunteer. So I have an opportunity have this kind of bridge together, so help each other. Still, hopefully, even I'm not a mayor, continue to do it. Okay, all right, all right. Thank you. And Crystal Zhao 是应该是孙伟会长你们的哈，那个是美中经贸协会，谢谢你们一路来的支持和鼓励哈。那么更是要谢谢 Florence Lin 哈，那个 AYC represent AYC to AYC. It's also it's a really good community the organization to help our community, help our city too. 那么还有要谢谢我们的也是 Mayor 啊 ，former Marinpa Mayor and Stephen Lan 啊，给我的give me the encouragement. Okay, thank you for your support too. And 刚刚还有谁啊？还有王希蒙 ，OK， 王希蒙对不对？啊，谢谢你那个专家是你刚刚代表是专家会，就代表哪个会？专家会 ，OK， 好 ，OK， 谢谢你 ，OK 的支持。那么还有，不是还有一个大西北吗？谢谢 Mary 和 OK 大西北总商会 OK sorry most organization I just use the Chinese and even some organization now that can't show up I still really appreciate last year they support me even attend a lot of the event okay but I'm still feel enjoy and happy to have the community this kind of community service. Thanks to all the people to support me, and thanks the KAZM, the listener. It's almost 3 decades. He's coming here too, and KAZN is help us the Lunar New Year. I always call him the Professor Wu. He's here too. Thank you to support. Okay. 让我结束，你再讲好不好？跟你讲 ，OK， 没问题。你应该早点申请哈。我等一下 ，OK，all right，so finally, I want to thank my office staff support me, give me the time. Even I go out, they help me to handle my insurance client. I use this opportunity to thank them. And they are both still here to help, even today's, okay? All right. And another one, she's cannot show up here. That's my wife, Nancy Min, okay? And thanks my 90 years old mother, because my wife need to take care of my 91 years old the mother, so she cannot show up. But she also I wanna thank her to do even she don't want me to become the council member. She don't want me to become the mayor. But yeah, but she still quietly to support me. If without her support, I cannot arrange this kind of time to involve the city matter or community service, So yeah, I really appreciate, and my mom also really understand me to help me. Even my mom helped me also in the United States, almost helped me up 30 deck to even 90 years old. So this month is a woman month, so I really want to thank these 2 women, okay, including your council member. Okay, all the staff, the woman staff, so it's really emotional, and only things, thanks. But I'm still there, even I'm not a mayor right now, but I'm still council member, and I still want to continue to help the community, listen to the community. If anything, you feel me doing good, give me thumbs up. But if you feel I'm doing not good, thumbs down. It's okay. But give me advice. I want to listen to advice, even you think I'm not doing good. All right. 就是我的意思是说，好，我做得好，给我赞美一下；但是我做得不好，请也给我指出，一定要给我声音，那让我有机会做得更好。If you have the voice come out, you give me the opportunity, and I can doing better. All right. Okay. Finally, thanks everybody. So that's my last word, but it's not the 2 hours. Okay. All right. And then, okay, this long-term friend, I just give it to you 1 minute, okay? All right. Thank you.
我坐到后面没有机会赶了，现在跟你道谢 ，OK？ 我老远的路下了班又赶过来，这边大雨。我的路上碰到一位老朋友，他说你去哪里啊？我去丁市长的典礼。他怎么讲啊？他说丁市长不是上任是下任啊，对不对？就是今天是丁大班的最后一夜 ，OK？ 你为什么要去呢？我说你错了，明天开始是丁大班继续替社区服务的第一天，非去不可。OK， 谢谢。
Thank you. 谢谢。All right. So, he say it. Sounds like I'm the last nine for the mayor, but tomorrow it's the first day he continue to service. Thank you. That's the life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Though okay. after that, okay, so I think if people still want to take a photo with the teacher Lee Wang, so still have the, after we'll still have a short meeting, okay, and you can take the photo with the Lee Wang and the new mayor, new vice mayor, okay. If you want to still take a photo for me, it's fine too, okay. Okay, all right, okay. Thanks. So right now, let me turn to the meeting to, so maybe I'm last gavel, right? Okay, go for it. This is gavel, that's the last one, the gavel, and turn to our chief city clerk to hosting the rest of the meeting too, yeah.
Selection of mayor. I'll now declare the offices of mayor and vice mayor vacant. The floor is now open for nominations for the selection of mayor. Are there any nominations for mayor?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Councilmember John Harrington for mayor.
I second.
Councilmember Harrington has been nominated. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I close the floor to nominations and declare that John R. Harrington is selected as mayor by acclamation. Congratulations, Mayor Harrington.
Yeah, Mayor Harrington.
I will now turn the meeting over to you for the conduct of the remainder of the meeting and the selection of vice mayor. Please move to the center seat on the dais.
Thank you, City Clerk. Next up is selection of Vice Mayor. So the floor is now open for nominations for selection of Vice Mayor.
Yeah, oh. Like ready.
You want to go?
Are there any nominations for Vice Mayor?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Councilmember John Woo.
I second. Oh, all right.
I have a second and a third and a fourth. Any other nominations to be made? No others, okay. So, yeah, we'll just do by acclamation. We don't need a vote on that. We have too many seconds as it is. So, John, it will now be our Vice Mayor, John Woo.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, my colleague.
Thank you. So next up, new mayor's comments. Well, first, congratulations, John. Yep, we have John's for mayor and vice mayor, so.
John and John.
Not confusing at all. I'll keep it short because I know no one is here to hear me speak. I want to thank Tony once again for his service. Great job. I've already spoken with Mark about some of the things that I would like to do. Every time someone becomes mayor, there's always things you don't see that you don't see coming. It's new. This is my third time, so hopefully I can do the things I want to do and not the things I don't want to do. So I just hope to provide as steady a leadership as we've had in the past, and I just want to keep us moving forward in a good direction and just bring us together as a council and get things done for the residents. So that's it. So thank you. Next item, please.
We have no more public comment, Mayor.
Thank you. Next item is City Manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to thank former Mayor Ding for the last year. It's been really easy to work with you, and you provided great leadership to me and the staff, so thank you very much. And I do look forward to working with Mayor Harrington for the coming year. I hope it'll be as prosperous as the last several, and I'm sure it will. And then for the public and the council, just want to remind everybody that Dr. Chastity Jennings Nunez was also honored by Assemblymember Fong for the Woman of the Year distinction, and unfortunately she couldn't be here tonight, so we will be presenting her with that certificate at the next HERE Commission meeting on behalf of the entire council. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, council comments and conference meeting reports. Anybody have any reports?
Promise to keep it short. Last Thursday, March 16th, 2023, I, along with some of my council colleagues and members of city staff, attended the San Gabriel Women's Foundation annual soup and salad lunch fundraiser at the Padillo Room with, it's always a great event for a worthy charity in our community. So appreciate everyone for coming out, and thank you. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. We have no closed session tonight. So with that, without objection, I will adjourn the meeting to the next regular city council meeting, which will be held Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you. 会议结束了，但我们可以继续在